Check, check. Mic check. Testing one, two.
Testing 1 2. Test 1 2.
Testing, testing.
You like the test test? Frankie, can it go up just a little bit more? Test test. Oh, really? Are we broadcasting for this? Okay. All right, Junior C Riders, your attention in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still waiting for a few more folks. All right, all right. Good morning, Junior C Riders. Today is Career Day, so there's a couple of good things about Career Day. One, you're gonna get to see some fabulous speakers, and they're gonna talk to you about college, getting ready for your future career, jobs, etc. The second thing that a lot of you are also excited about is the fact that none of you get homework today. All right, and it's a Friday. Come on, guys, it's a Friday. Friday and no homework. You can't get better than that. All right, so we have a very special guest speaker, and many of you already know him. He is the representative for our area. His name is Chris Muraoka. If you don't know Chris, you definitely should get to know him. He has done so many amazing things in a very short period of time for our community. And that's what we want for all of you. As you guys get older, as you guys start making better decisions for yourselves, as you guys start thinking about your future and your careers, is the idea is, and I always tell my son this, the same thing. As you grow up, as you mature, the main things is, one, you need to learn how to take care of yourself. That means what kind of decisions you make. Our values are written at the top here of our beautiful cafeteria. The second thing, as you get older, to become a responsible person, you need to learn how to take care of others. Yeah, whether it's taking care of your friends, your family, your community at large. And I believe that Chris has done an amazing job in such a short period of time in being able to not just take care of himself, but taking care of our community, our Moku. And if you didn't know, Mr. Muraoka was responsible for use. Where's my football boys? Bro, I got like only 2. Our team is only 2. Okay, we got way more football boys. Mr. Muraoka, or Representative Muraoka, was the one that was responsible for us getting those bleachers. So guys, if you guys want to make sure you want to thank this man for all he's done. All right. So, all right, Junior C Riders. So let's give a warm welcome for Representative Chris Muraoka.
Good morning. Okay, we try this again. If we don't get everybody's participation, we're gonna sign homework. Good morning. Yeah, nobody like do homework, it sounds like. So good morning, everybody. Kids. I'll call you guys kids because I want old fat. Okay. Like Mr. Wataoka said, I'm the representative out here, and it's kind of funny. I'm standing in front of here talking to you guys, who is our future, and I actually more nervous standing here talking to all of you guys than I am standing in front of a bunch of adults. That's kind of weird for me. But before I get into Career Day, I kind of want to give you guys a little bit about who I am. So I wrote this fancy story that I'm going to try and read. Feel free to stop me anytime. Okay? Raise you guys' hands, pop out one question. I like hearing questions. I like feedback. Can everybody hear me good? In the back row, you guys can hear me? I see a couple of maybes. Can we maybe turn up the mic so the maybes back there? And it's really important for you guys sitting way in the back with the maybe hands, because that's where I used to sit. So I like reach you guys back there. I like make sure you guys hear. How about now? Can you hear me now? Okay, we're still getting some maybe hands. We get this professional over here. He's working on it. How about now? Or is it just there? Maybe I'll just hold the microphone closer to my mouth. Okay, so here it goes. It's an honor for me to be here today. This isn't just any school to me. This is my school. I was born and raised in Makaha. I went to Makaha Elementary, and then right here in Waianae Intermediate School, just like all of you guys. After that, I graduated from Waianae High School. So when I look out into this crowd, when I say I'm nervous, it's because I feel like I'm looking at a younger version of me. After high school, I joined the Navy. That experience changed my life. But I'm not just the Navy. It was Waianae in general. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. But here's the difference. I never gave up. I never gave up. And instead of letting those mistakes define who I am, I learned from them. Some of those mistakes actually helped change the path that I was on and put me on a better path. Growing up here in Waianae, you learn something very, very important. You learn how to adapt. You learn how to make the most while having the least. You learn how to make the most out of every situation you're in. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Those lessons stayed with me. They helped me later in life when I started building my own company. Today, I own my own business. I employ 39 full-time people. That means I have 39 families depending on me. The name of my business is Sure Can. Now, a lot of people say, well, how'd you come up with that name? And it was simple. Coming from Waianae, you learn how to be resilient. You learn how to tackle tough challenges. So that mindset stayed with me. I sure can do anything. And that's the attitude I bring towards life, because life's going to throw obstacles at you. That's guaranteed. But I've always believed this. No matter what's in front of you, big, small, hard or easy, you'll find a way through it. And if you cannot find a way through it, you'll find a way around it or over it. And sometimes you might even have to find a way under it. The mindset that I sure can is what helped push me through mistakes, challenges, setbacks. And that same mindset is helped me build my company. So when you hear sure can, I want you to remember something. It's not just the name of a company. It's an attitude. It's an attitude, and it's a belief. And I want everybody in here, you don't have to use sure can. You can use I can, we can, how can. Just make sure you never use no can. Life wasn't always easy. Growing up in Waianae, we had struggles. I'm the second oldest of 5 kids. My mom and dad both work. We lived on welfare. Growing up, I learned how to fill out a MRF. I learned how to go to HCAP to get cheese and WIC program. It's nothing to be ashamed about. I lived that. But that also helped shape who I am today, standing in front of you guys, because I use that as fuel. I use that as motivation to always want to be better. I don't use that to be a victim. I don't use that to blame somebody. I don't use that to make the system pay for me. Nobody owes nobody in this road anything. You know, it's the mindset. You know, I come to this school and see the leadership that you guys have. And trust me, since I took over this position, we've met with so many different leaders of schools and principals. You guys have a gem. You guys really have a gem in Mr. Wataoka. You know, so having Sure Can, having my business, it allows me to give back. Like Mr. Wataoka said, those bleachers out there, meeting with Mr. Wataoka and some of the needs, it was, how can we help you? Well, I sent a crew to UH. We did a bunch of work at UH. We disassembled, we cut it out of the grass, we dug it out of the weeds, we hauled it here, we bring it. Now you guys have amazing, beautiful bleachers. And you know, even though that's a football field, it's going to be used for so much more. So much more. Maybe soccer, maybe other events, you know, maybe even May Day with the bleachers, parents, so much other stuff. But it allows, you know, getting back to my business, it allows me to enjoy my life, to take care of my family and enjoy the things that come with hard work. But let me tell you something important, and this I want to really stress. My business does not define my success. My business does not define success at all. My family does. When I look at my life, my biggest accomplishment isn't getting the intermediate bleachers or being a diamond sponsor for Sea Rider boosters or helping take All-American team to the United States to go play. That's not my successes. My successes is my wife, my 6 children, and my 2 grandchildren. That's my success, because when I'm gone, they'll be what I leave behind for the world to see. And that success looks different to everybody. Some people look at success as having a lot of money, having nice cars, having big rims, the loudest music. But I'll tell you guys one thing that stuck with me. And I use this a lot, and my staff and a lot of people that I talk to about when it comes to success and family and values. Being rich means being loved. If you're loved, you're already rich. Having money doesn't make you rich. There was a saying I saw on the, on the internet a long time ago that I found, And that saying was this: that guy isn't rich. All he has is money. Now think about that. All he has is money. And when you're hurt, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling blue, when somebody's bothering you, that $100 bill cannot hug you. That $100 bill cannot comfort you. But your friends, your family, your teachers, your counselors, your principals, they can. So because of my business and the successes that we had in our business, I decided to take a look at this beautiful community that I'm from. And I was like, there's too much stuff, too much negativity going on, crimes, murders, homelessness up and down the streets. And I said, I just cannot. I cannot deal with this. And I tell my children, I tell my employees, I even tell my staff, no complaint about something you're not going to try and fix. And I was complaining about Waianae. So I said, let's go. I'll go run for office. Because Waianae deserves better. Waianae deserves better. And when I decided to run for office, I created a team, and they supported me, and we did, and we won. We won. That's why I'm standing in front of you guys here today. We won. And I did it for you guys. Now, I want everybody in here, every student in here and on the cameras, wherever you guys are, to understand this. And I'm on record saying this in the state capitol. I'm tired of adults. Adults have ruined the Hawaii we currently live in. You guys, the future, are the ones we need to start looking to fix it. You guys are the ones that are going to be here long after we're gone. And you guys are truly our only hope for a better Hawaii. But more importantly, a better Waianae. Always remember where you guys come from, Waianae. I traveled a lot of places in the mainland, Hawaii, and I talked to a lot of people. And nothing brings me more joy than to answer the question, where are you from? Anybody want to take a guess? I'm from Waianae. I am from Waianae. And I'm proud to be from Waianae. So, your story is still being written, each and every one of you guys. You guys will make mistakes. I did. I still do. You guys will face struggles. I did and still do. But those things don't decide who you guys are. It's the way you guys react and the way you guys handle them. Your mindset, your effort, and the choices that you folks make is who defines who you guys are. And so I'm going to shut this folder, and we're just going to talk regular, because this kind of stuff is not who I am. Anybody in here been in trouble with police? Raise your hand. Anybody been in trouble with counselors and principals? Raise your hand. Anybody got suspended? Raise your hand. Anybody did something stupid that you was told not to? Raise your hand. Anybody in here was ever told, you dumb? Raise your hand. Anybody in here was ever told, you're not supposed to do that? Why are you doing that? Raise your hand. Anybody in here was ever told, you cannot? You guys never going to be like them? Raise your hand. Guys, notice my hand never go down, yeah? My hand never go down. Because I little bit different. I little bit different. I just like you guys. I just like you guys. My thing is this, when I go talk to people, I said people, when I go talk to the future leaders, I like to tell you guys the truth. I like to tell you guys the truth. I'm not going to stand up front here and preach because I'm not one college-educated individual. The extent of my college was 1.5 semesters. I went to the United States Navy. I came home, I had work. But I get common sense, I get focus, I put in the effort, and I know what I want to do. You know what also helped me? Look to your left and look to your right. Believe it or not, those people are going to help you because the circle you hang around with, the friends you choose, going to help make the decisions for you. Now raise your hand if you guys ever did something you never liked do, but you did them because your friend was next to you. That's a question. That's a question right there that you folks should never, ever raise your hand to again. Okay? Listen to me. Raise your hand. Let me repeat the question. Raise your hand if you guys did something you didn't want to do, but you did it because your friends did it or your friends told you to. That is, again, that is a question you never ever want to raise your hand to. Because if you did something you know was wrong, you know it was against what your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa, older brothers, siblings, principal, and all your leaders told you not to, but you still did it, that means you guys can do a lot worse. Okay? Instead of listening to your friend, you guys should have looked at that friend and said, no, this is not right. This is not right at all. And what I mean by that is, as you guys get older, you guys are going to have a lot of hard decisions. I know this is career day, but I want to give you guys some life advice before I talk about careers. You guys are going to get a lot of tough decisions. Some of you guys in here, whether you agree to it or not, whether you believe me or not, some of you guys in here are going to drink beer. Some of you guys in here are going to smoke pakalolo. Okay? And then some of you guys in here are going to jump in one car and tell your friend, no worry, I can drive. Raise your hand if you love your mom and your dad. Okay, everybody whose hand is up should never get into that car if the driver was drinking or smoking. But you guys going to do them. And those are the choices. Those are the times where you guys have to understand right and wrong. Okay? So let's talk about careers and, college. And, here is where a lot of our leadership can look at me and frown. And Mr. Watoka, I'm sorry. But is college for all of us? No. But is success out there for all of us to achieve? Yes. Does success mean having to go to college? No. Okay? You guys just have to know what you want to do, and you guys have to put in the effort. Colton, stand up. Since I saw Colton, I'm going to single him out. Okay? The reason I call Colton is because I coach on, I help with Coach Tidem. Coach Tidem, they bless me once a year for 2 or 3 months where we take All-American up to the mainland and we kick some butt, right? And I'm not even one good coach, but I tell the boys on the field 2 things, right? If you have these 2 things in life, you guys can achieve anything. The first one is want, and the second one is effort. That's all you need in life to be successful. And I'll go on record and say that. I don't care what anybody says. If you want something bad enough, and you know what you want, and you put the effort into achieving it, thanks, Colton, you can sit down. You put the effort into achieving it, nothing can stop you. It's not easy. It's not easy because on paper we see graduate high school, go college, and it's in straight line on paper. But if you never do all of the FAFSA and the college prep apps and all of these things, that line start doing this and look crazy. And that's where a lot of people lose focus and a lot of people lose momentum. So we're working with Mr. Wataoka. And I'm sorry, Mr. Wataoka, because we are kind of lagging on this. But there's programs that we're going to start bringing into you guys' schools. Because who would love to graduate Waianae High School? Everybody's hand should be up. Everybody's hand should be. Let me ask that again. Who would love to graduate from Waianae High School? Everybody's hand should be up. Okay. So let me complete that. Who would love to graduate from Waianae High School making $25 an hour? Right off the bat. Graduate Waianae High School making $25 an hour starting. Okay, because those are some of the programs we're going to start introducing without college. We're going to bring that right into the schools. We're going to bring that right into Mr. Wataoka's school. Going to be the first school on the west side, the Carpenter's Apprenticeship Program, starting with the 8th graders. Okay? We're working on that. Not everybody wants to be a carpenter. I walked in a cafeteria. I see the trophy cases. We get a lot of robotics. We get a lot of electricians. We also working with the electrical union. We're going to bring the electrical unions into you guys' school. When you guys graduate, you guys going to be apprentice electricians. Zero college. Zero college. Trade school. That's another option. That's a blue collar option. I'm blue collar to my core. So there's other ways of getting to where you want to be without going to college. Now, I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to tell you guys don't go to college. College should always be an aspiration because even when you become successful, whether it's a carpenter, whether it's an electrician, whether it's a sound tech, a sound technician, whether it's a cafeteria, a manager, or a principal, you're gonna have to understand that education is second to none. I'm gonna tell you guys one funny story, and this 4 beautiful ladies in front of here is my staff, and you ask them. I sit at meetings that I literally Google the word I just heard to understand what it means. People talk and they use these words, and I'm like, I nod, I give the blank, and then I pull out my phone and I say, translate, what did that mean? Oh, yeah, and then I respond, So education is so important, but it is not. College education is so important, but it's not the only path. It's not. So I brought up carpenters, I brought up electricians, and we're working on possibly even the iron workers. We got a bunch. Just by show of hand, give me some ideas of what you guys want to be when you grow up. A lawyer. Who said lawyer? Stand up. You. Because when I was young, I wanted to be a lawyer too. Only because I like to argue. I like argue with everybody. You tell me something, I like come argue with you. But what kind of lawyer? Criminal defense or criminal prosecution? So you go after the bad guys. Good job. Because if you said defense, I'm going to say, oh, bro, you get some bad friends, huh? You got to defend them. Okay, give me another. Okay, over there. That pretty young face trying to hide. Chemical engineer. That's college. You think you can chemically engineer something that can grow my hair back? Because I would hire you. Because shucks, I've been trying. I put mousse every morning, but the bugger no grow. Okay, who else? Give me some ideas. Okay, you. Immigration lawyer. Okay, that's awesome. Why do you want to be an immigration lawyer? Awesome. That's so awesome. So you plan on going to college? Awesome. You have a college picked? UH, right? UH, right? I heard you. I know it's Oregon, but come on. Awesome. And you know, that's so awesome to hear. Hey, everybody, listen up. You guys, part of success and part of being successful is being respectful. And when somebody else is talking, you guys get all her attention, right? When somebody else is talking, be respectful of that person and let them talk. Okay? That's very good. You have a career path chosen. That's awesome. And I promise a lot of that guidance and help is coming from your counselors, and because you guys have some of the best counselors and teachers in the whole world. I just love this school. When you guys see Mr. Wataoka again, okay, I don't know where he went, but when you guys see him again, just remind him that when Rep Muraoka was coming to this school, they used to have milkshakes for snack time. They used to give us milkshakes. If you guys see Mr. Wataoka again, just remind him of that. Maybe we can bring that back. Okay, anybody else? Okay. Iron worker? Awesome. We bring in the iron workers here. We're going to bring them here so you guys can start working 8th grade. Start learning about the program. Go ahead, you. A realtor. Yes. Whew. Help some Hawaiians get some houses, huh? There you go. Right on. Okay, way in the back. Nurse. Awesome. Stand up, please. When you 8th grade, sis. You 8th grade, right? When we POW, I'll let you come talk to one of my 4 ladies over here, and I'm going to introduce them very shortly. And this goes for everybody. Anybody who wants to think about the medical field and a lot of those things, come talk to us because, again, being part of Waianae, we're so blessed that the comprehensive just started nursing programs, just started paramedic programs. You guys can ride in the ambulance, the CPR, right here in Waianae. You don't even need to go out and you get one college level accreditation. So much good things we have in Waianae. I want to take a lot of questions, okay? So I want you guys to ask the tough questions. But before that, I want you guys to meet 4 special ladies that really help make me look better than I actually am. I get so much of the credit, but behind me, I have such an amazing team that helps support me in everything that I do. And do you guys want to come up all together for support each other or one by one? Okay, so we're going to bring them all up together, and then I'll introduce you guys to who they are. Come up here. So give them a hand. This is Rep Muraoka's staff. Okay, awesome. And the reason I want them to come up here is because, picture this. I represent you guys. My support staff represents your principals, your counselors, your teachers, your cafeteria workers, your security guards, and everybody who helps support you to be as successful as you guys can. So I'm going to introduce them really quick. As you guys can tell, some of them are pretty nervous. Help them, when I introduce them, give them a really loud round of applause because some of them are nervous. So we're going to help them not be nervous. So really quick, yes. So we're going to start with the one that gives me the biggest headaches. But that's also the one I call for everything. I need this, I need that. And I call her 11 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning. Her name is Kelly Timoteo. She's my office manager. And Kelly's she's asking me, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? I said, tell him your name, where you from, how many kids you get, who your kid is, because I promise you half these buggers know that guy. Tell him. Share.
Good morning. Oh, see, my mic don't work. I cannot talk. So this is what you say when your friend tells you to do something that you don't want to do. So, hi, my name is Kelly Timoteo. I have the privilege of working for Representative Muraoka. I too am a mom of a 15-year-old who went to school here last year. I have 5 children, 4 grandchildren. My son's name is Nate, Nate Dog. So I understand sometimes how you guys feel, because being a parent to teenagers is very fun. So please, all I ask is if you continue to respect your teachers, truly, truly respect your teachers. If that's one thing I can ask you guys to do, is please respect your teachers, respect your parents, respect adults, because respect goes a very long way. Have a nice day.
Aloha.
Okay, and this next lady, helps me with all of the people who call and email and send a lot of stuff to our office. She's our office clerk, and she takes care of all of our, I said clerk, what is the term? Receptionist. See? Receptionist. That just got $2 more an hour. Okay? So she takes care of all of that, puts it in our Google Drive, makes sure everything is in there so I know what to do. Okay? Tessie
Okay,
Kekahuna.
So I want to ask you a question. How much of you get nervous speaking in front of your classmates or in public in general? Perfect. So you know how I feel. So my name is Tessie Kekahuna, born and raised in Waianae. I am a proud alumni of Waianae Intermediate and Waianae High. Some of you may know me as Auntie, and one of you know me as Mom. I think he's watching virtually.
Who calls you mom? What's his name?
Hi, Shaneson. But yes, I reside in Waianae. I have a family of 4. I have 1 grandchild. But
Okay.
please help me out because I'm nervous.
So let's give Auntie Tessie a big round of applause.
But I want to say West Side is the best side.
Oh, that was weak. One more time. That was weak.
West Side is the... Yes, sir.
Okay, this next lady, I call her girl because she probably same age as some of you guys. Yeah, so Callista is my researcher. She's technically called in the building, it's called the legislative aid. But man, Callista is the one who goes and finds all the information and all the stuff we're working on and summarizes it and puts it on my desk. And by the way, I just want to give you guys an idea of when we look into bills or when we look into anything that goes on in my office over there, we have a 4-step approach. Yeah, Callista? So you want to go over it? You want to go over it? So I'll tell you the 4-step approach, and then Callista can tell you how she does that. Anything that comes across my desk always goes in this order. How does it affect Waianae? Secondly, how does it affect 96792? Third, how does it affect Oahu? And then finally, how does it affect our state? And that is purposeful. That is very purposeful for me because I care about Waianae before anything else. So with that, let's give a round of applause for Callista.
Hi, my name is Callista Mitchell. I am not a parent. I'm only 21 years old. So I was in intermediate like 10 years ago. And so I'm not that far off from you guys. And the reason why I'm here today is because of passion. So whatever you guys are passionate about, focus on it. Don't worry about whatever anybody is telling you what to do. Don't listen to them. Focus on what you're passionate about.
All right, thank you. Woo! Okay, get ready now. Mr. Wataoka gave you guys a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This next one, I'm gonna come out there and pull you guys by your ear, bro. But this is the one that keeps all of us in line. She is the one that anybody in community calls our office, they're gonna deal with her. And she's also the one so responsible for helping all of us deal with our community issues. She's always in touch with Mr. Wataoka, always in touch with everybody that needs to be. She's our community liaison. And she's also a ex-teacher, so behave. Auntie Tanya.
Aloha mai. I am Tanya Kaha'aina. I am not an alumni of your school. However, I am a proud resident of 96792. I am a Makaha elementary girl who went to Kamehameha. Yeah. I have the awesome privilege to work with the staff, to work for Rep. Muraoka, but more importantly, to work for the community. And whenever anything happens in the community, whenever things come up, concerns, problems, everything that gets to come across my desk. And it's such a big change, you know. I want to say that I've taught in schools for 24 years. That's almost half my life. And I was very passionate about it. And all of a sudden, something changed. The school I was teaching at shut down, and I was like, okay. Then I homeschooled for 2 years. And then Rep. Muraoka came up. My son went to Waianae High School, and I met Rep. Muraoka on the football field. Both our sons played football for Waianae High School, and the rest is history. I'm here to serve our community. I love it. And if I get to tell you anything, it's be a positive influence in your community. Community is all about everybody, the next person. When someone gets shot, when someone gets in an accident, someone is affected, probably some of you. And just be that positive role model. Be the person that people can count on. You have awesome teachers here, awesome staff. We're not joking. We go to the Capitol and we tell everybody, Waianae Intermediate is the best school. Rep. Muraoka tells everybody, West Side is the best side. We tell everybody all of that. In fact, we tell everybody to smile too because they look like they're not happy. But it's such an awesome opportunity to serve you, your parents, your grandparents, all of you. And one thing I want to say before I get to step back is Rep. Muraoka's office has a Waianae office. He does something that nobody that I know has done. And so not only does he have an office in the Capitol, but being as blessed as he has been, he's opened an office in Waianae, right above the meat market, right up by Tasty Freeze. Everybody know where that is? Yep, that's where I am most of the time. And so if you guys ever need something, you have a question, concern, you just need someplace to sit and make sure you make the right decision, come on in our office. We have people come in every day and voice their opinions. But that's the kind of leadership we have today. A leader who invests in his community. And to me, you invest in what you believe in. He believes in 96792, and we are all residents of 96792. We all live in this community. And so what happens here, the decisions that get made in the Capitol, the decisions that get made in our community affects all of our families. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so now we're done with the boring part, right? Now you guys tired to hear about us. So now I want to hear from you guys. Questions. Anything. Whatever question you guys get, the only rule, you guys got to stand up and use the microphone. Okay? That's the only rule. You guys going to stand up, give me your name, and then ask your question. Just be respectful and don't hurt nobody's feelings.
So if you got a question, just go ahead and raise your hand, stand up, and then Jade will come around with the mic, and then you guys can, so that everyone can hear it.
And we only got about 10 minutes left, so no be shame. No be shame. Good job. See, so proud of myself.
I was the most nervous.
Okay. Okay. Hey, one rule. When somebody is standing up with the microphone, everybody be quiet so we can hear them.
I have two questions. The first question is
What's your name?
Sky.
Sky.
My name is Sky.
Hi, Sky.
The first question I have is if you can buy us a milkshake machine.
A milkshake machine? We're going to look into it.
And the second question is, because you own your own business, why is it so important to represent our community?
Because this community helped grow me into who I am. This community helped teach me that if I want something, I gotta go get it. This community is everything to me. I tell people in the building at the Capitol, because a lot of times they ask me, "Oh, how come you like that? You act like you don't care." I said, "No, I don't care about baloney. I care about making my community better. Owning my own business allows me to speak freely when I'm in the Capitol. It really does. There's a lot of people there that are afraid to speak how they truly feel because of certain things. Owning my own business helps me care for my community. You know, Auntie Tanya had mentioned about my office in Waianae. Owning my business helps bring that office to Waianae because I pay for it out of my pocket. And it's because your mom or your dad or somebody you may know cannot afford to take off of work all day just to come to the Capitol for one question. And I realize that. And I just thank God that I'm able and I'm blessed enough to bring the Capitol to Waianae. We're the only Pearson, 51 representatives and 25 senators. We are the only one, Waianae is the only one who can say we're doing that. And that's because I care for my community. Let's get some from in the back. The guys in the back hiding their faces. Okay, he's got the microphone.
How do you figure out that this is what you wanted to do?
I didn't.
Shiloh.
Shiloh. So Shiloh, I didn't know this is what I want to do. And you know, you can ask some of these ladies, some of my staff. I see Auntie Lichelle back there. You can ask her. I was just like you guys. I was just passionate about Waianae. And when Waianae got to a point where I was like, man, this is so bad, I just jumped in. I didn't know. Here's a funny story. Before I won the representative, the last time I was ever in that state capitol, I was in Makah Elementary and it was a field trip. So that's a good question. And this is proof that you don't have to know where you want to go. You just have to know you want to be somewhere. Wherever it is, and whatever that passion, like Callista said, whatever that passion is. If it's surfing, if it's climbing trees and drawing art on a top branch, whatever your passion is, follow it. One, an effort, right? One is that passion, and put the effort into achieving it, whatever it is. Next. Okay, we got two over here. Colton, yun mo ang question. Coach Tai, Colton yung question niya? Of the kick step or something, I don't know.
My name is Matalasi, and my question was, what is the first step to becoming successful as you, like in job wise?
You guys already achieve, and you guys already crushing the first step. You guys right here in school. You guys listening to your teachers, your counselors, mom and dad. Most importantly is mom and dad, right? And for some of us, it may be uncle or auntie, grandma, grandpa, whoever it is at home. We listening, and we respecting our adults, our leaders, and that's the first step. That's the first step in success, is having internal discipline. Not always being right, but having that discipline to know that I screwed up and I cannot do that again. Because making one mistake is okay. Making the same mistake 2 or 3 times, now we get one problem, right? You already crushing the first step by wanting to know. That's already the first step. Now, when you and only you figure out what that want is, whatever success is in your eyes, keep working towards it. And understand that you're going to fail, and you're going to slip, and you're going to fall, and you're going to feel days and times where, it's really tough. As long as you don't give up. That's the first step in success, is not giving up. Okay.
Hi, my name is Ruby. So I have a few questions. So my first question, how did you start your business?
Okay, that's a good question.
What was the process for any future business owners?
That's a very good question. And again, failure, obstacles, lines. I started my business after going through my divorce. I got divorced. Failure is part of life, people. Listen, failure is a part of life. You gotta take the failures and you gotta learn from them. So I lost a really good job. I was the operations manager for a government company, and I was managing a lot of stuff. I lost that job. And through my divorce, because of my divorce, my focus, I lost the job. And I got another job, and I was working for that other guy, and I was like, why am I working for somebody that I'm smarter than? I'm working for somebody that I know more. I'm making this person a ton of money. Why don't I just do it for myself? And that was the first step. That's how I started. Anybody else? We've got a couple more minutes. I see the get off stage, guys. Thank you very much for allowing me to come and talk to you guys. I hope to be a customer. I hope to be a customer for each and every one of you guys one day. Thank you very much.
All right, how about one more round of applause for Representative Moroka. All right, so just some logistical things. Boys and girls, when the bell rings, then you guys are going to go to your regular second period like you normally do. Now, I know that Representative Moroka apologized about saying, college is not the only way. Yeah, and I'm the principal and things like that, and so I'm supposed to say, yeah, college is the only way. But he's absolutely right. I 100% agree. But the thing is, hard work applies in every scenario, every job, whether it's college, going to a trade. My grandfather was rich, lots of friends, lots of family that loved him. He was a plumber by trade, never went to college, yeah? But he was rich, not in money. He had rich because he had a huge family that loved him. He had people that he could always count on. My other grandfather, he was a carpenter, never went to college, never even finished high school. But he was also rich, but he worked hard with integrity, respected people around him, and he also had a large family that loved him. So what you're going to hear from a lot of our speakers today, yes, they're going to tell you perhaps about the training and the education you're going to need. Some of it is college, some of it is simply trade school, and some of it is really just going to be hard work, integrity, learning how to work with other people. So it's going to be a great day. So just as a reminder, these people are giving up their day off to be with you, to invest in you, to pour into you. So please give them your aloha and make sure that you show them respect throughout the entire day. Have a great day, boys and girls. Meet us at the stage during lunch, first recess.